Hi, I'm Little Berry, and this is my OC lore video to celebrate having 100 subscribers. Thank you for that goal. Sorry it took so long, but it's here now, so that's good. First off, this video is mostly Meredith's lore because she's the main character in my story. If you don't know who Meredith is, I'm drawing her in the background. First, I'm going to be talking about Meredith's family life. If you watched any of my shorts, you might have seen Meredith had fully colored eyes. That's because Meredith is half alien, half human. It's really hard to explain this next part, but work with me here. Aliens' powers are run on emotions, and so when humans and aliens have a child, since humans have more emotions than aliens, it makes it so the child could be basically human but emotionless, or the child could have all the emotions as a human does, but they also are insanely powerful, way more powerful than normal aliens. Being more powerful is obviously the more rare option, and it tends not to happen, but guess which one Meredith is? Wrong, she's the more powerful version.
Do you know what this is?
It looks like a list.
Wrong! It's a list.
The fact that Meredith is more powerful is mostly random, but also because her mother is basically one of the leaders of the aliens. They don't really have one leader, they more have an alien court that decides things. And when Meredith was first born, the court decided that she should be killed because they didn't want any chance for her to be more powerful than normal aliens. But our king, Service, said killing children is wrong. We love Service, guys, or at least I do. So they did let Meredith live, but Service had to watch over Meredith and make sure her powers didn't activate. But Meredith never lived with the aliens. She never even knew she was an alien. She lived with her grandma, and on her dad's side, of course. But she lived with her grandma, and she had a really good childhood. She had a normal childhood. Well, technically, when her powers activated, she was still a child, but she was in middle school at the time. So when Meredith's powers started activating, she started getting really, really bad headaches, and that's kind of the magic, rushing to your head. I didn't really know the best way to explain that in my story, but I just thought headaches were the best way, in my opinion, because the color of your eyes has something to do with the magic, and so I thought that would go well together. One day, Meredith's headache is so bad that she stays in the nurse's office for most of the day, and eventually she's just told to go home. And at the same time she's told to go home, Venus is also told to get home because she gets dress coded. And so she goes home with Venus, and this is actually how they meet. Sadly, when they're walking home together, because they live in the same neighborhood, but when they're walking home together, they are attacked by an alien bear. Service did not tell the alien court that Meredith's powers were activating, but they don't just have Service as a spy, just in case. They have multiple spies, and the word got out that her powers were activating, sadly, and it wasn't Service, though. It wasn't Service. That's the big deal. It was not Service. Service is still the king. While they were getting attacked, Venus dies, Meredith's powers fully activates, and she basically one-shots that bear. Don't worry, Venus is still living in the story because Service revives her, but when she gets revived, she still has all that PTSD, and she was told that she was just attacked by a normal bear, and now she has a bunch of dreams and nightmares about her being attacked by this weird alien thing that she doesn't know what it is, and her therapist is just, the brain uses imagination to make things less scary. The therapist is wrong. But overall, Meredith and Venus bond over this situation. Shared trauma, guys. They bond over the shared trauma. Meredith does feel guilty for a while about knowing what actually happened, while Venus feels like she's going crazy not knowing what actually happened. And it is overall it's a slight dent in their friendship, but they don't stay friends for long. But now the court knows about Meredith. What's gonna happen? Service, being the king he is, he goes back into the court and he reminds everyone that aliens have these necklaces that reduces their power to make them look human when they have to do stuff in the human world. And they remind people, hey, we can put one of these on Meredith and I can train her to make sure she's on our side and we can use her as a weapon instead of her being against us. Service truly is the GOAT, except he's a deer. The necklace that not Service, but the alien court has Meredith wear so that they don't basically kill her. It represses her emotions mostly because alien powers run on emotions. But overall, when Meredith goes to high school, she has a good friend group, which is basically Venus's friend group with some cute little add-ons. That's basically all you need to know right now. I have a few other things, but that's kind of like a secret. It's like a little special thing I can hold and make you keep guessing. Yay! A fun thing to know, fun facts, is Meredith is in a band and her grandmother runs the Animal Rescue Center. But otherwise, that's it. If you want me to go deep dive on like another character of mine, that would be lovely. And I would very much enjoy doing that. But bye-bye for now.